Now it's going to be difficult for VM to compose these shots because he's going to try and avoid getting any of those people in the picture, so just bear with VM as he does have to factor that into what he's doing. What can you hear? What can you hear in there, Mvula? You can tell by his body language and his alertness that there is certainly something in there that's getting his attention. Oh, what could it be? He did the same thing a little bit earlier, but then lost focus. But he is hungry, his belly is empty, and that would make him extra likely to perform if there are any opportunities for hunting. And this is going to be beautiful as he appears from behind this bush, coming straight down the road towards us, and you'll notice the other two vehicles are stuck behind him, so not enjoying a good a view as ours. So Nicky's plan to loop around to Buffelshoek Dam was a good one, and it is paying off now, that's for sure. Well, it's going to be time for me to start up shortly so that he doesn't veer off the road. But he's just looking like he's about to scent mark. There we go. That he's just veered off the road temporarily, but I'm sure he's going to pop back on at some stage. The road does weave a little bit here, and that would make it more likely for him to take a shortcut to wherever it is that he wants to go. We will wait here, and the other guys are just going to keep an eye on him. What could be going on there? What's he up to there, Tex? Okay, copy. No, copy, thanks. He's surprisingly now veered off the road. And that's a great surprise to me. He's so close to the dam, as you would know. So I'm quite surprised he's decided to veer off. Let's see if we can try and loop ahead of where he's going. Sorry then. Okay, copy, thanks, Tex. Have you still got visual of him? Okay, copy, thanks. Well, apparently it was some buffalo bulls that he heard in the bushes, and that's why he veered off. Oh, here he comes. Got him, thanks. And he is coming kind of towards us. I may need to reverse a bit. In a sort of position, so bear with me. And I think he'll now continue on his original path to Buffelshoek Dam after investigating the noise that was some buffalo. Yeah, I've got him here, Tex, thanks very much. Oh, and we're getting lucky. He's going to pop out right in the perfect spot for us. Oh, that was something that was a kudu, that alarm called behind us. And look at the buffalo following him from behind. This is incredible. So these buffalo, I think they could well be just be on their way to the dam on the same trail as this leopard. There was a kudu, I think, that alarm called that may have got wind of this leopard. There's a lot of action all of a sudden. From him being sleeping a few moments ago to all this is quite wonderful. You'll notice all that extra skin below his neck, known as a dewlap. Negative, he's now continuing kind of more to the north. I think he is going to come pop out at the Maji. Yeah, north and east. I think he's going to pop out at the water. Still smelling intently and listening and looking in the direction that the kudu alarm called. Affirmative, thanks, Tex. Ooh. Maybe he can see them or hear them, because he's very intense. But not interested. He's just continued moving now. Tex coming towards the mighty there. Spotted. What is he doing under that bush? That looks like he's licking some buffalo down. And it's something we spoke about just a little bit earlier, so how convenient that right now he's decided to do that. I could be wrong, but he's certainly licking and chewing on something. To me, it looks like buffalo dung. Can you tell, VM? No. Yep. And now he begins to rub himself in it, so it's fairly certain it's buffalo dung, but it might be something else. You can tell by the blackness of his tongue and his lips that it's something dark and black that resembles buffalo dung, that's for certain. Let's see if I can get a slightly different angle. It would be really interesting to show you this. That's not going to work. He's on the move again. And I think he's going to head down to the water now to drink, so I'm going to get into the recording position to enjoy that. I could be wrong, but I think it's a risk worth taking. I'll be highly surprised though. He's moved a long distance from where we first saw his tracks this morning to where he could potentially drink. And I don't think he would have had anything for a while, so I'm guessing he's going to come down here. In the meantime, we can have a crocodile that's now completely out of the water. looks? Is he coming down to the water or continuing along the road there? Okay, copy, thanks.
There he is, 3 o'clock.
Vim's seeing him, I can't see him yet. Oh, here he comes. Beautiful. So the buffalo that's down at the water's edge is probably going to get a fright. He's going to pop out down. Yeah. If you stay wide there, you should get them both, Vim. There we go, the buffalo sensed something. And the leopard should be coming into shot at any moment. It may have to detour, of course, because now there's a big buffalo in his way. And what will he decide to do? It shouldn't be a problem for the leopard because they are masters of disappearing.
Next to you. There he is.
Oh, well then. Wildebeest has got a visual of him, and what's he doing? Moving all the way around, it looks like. He may have to do a loop around to get to water in order to avoid this buffalo. Incredible camouflage, as you can see only a few of the spots in this thick bush. Just got a question through from Arquette in Arkansas, and I'm hoping he's going to pop into visual shortly to help answer Arquette's question. And she's interested to know what is the dewlap that I was talking about. And the dewlap is essentially just a flap of skin that hangs below along an animal's neck, the underside of their neck. So even this buffalo bull has a dewlap, and that you can see that now as VM zooms in, that extra flap of skin under his throat, and it's only typical of the bigger, older males of certain species that will have these dewlaps, and both buffalo and leopard will have this dewlap.
He's moved off.
He has moved off, but I'm wondering if he's not going to do a big loop around and come and drink on the other side of this waterhole. Morning.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you doing?
Yeah, man. I think we've met some Ryan.
Ryan, yeah, nice to meet you, man. Morning.
Morning.
How's your morning been?
All right, we've got going late.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tough for these little guys.
Okay.
Yeah. And you, Alex?
Yeah, all good, eh? A bit of a run around, but thankfully Aubrey found Mvula, so all good, eh?
Yeah.
All good.
Were you Alex filming for, Scott?
For WildEarth.
Okay.
WildEarth TV. And yeah, all is going well, so we should be here for a few more months, which is great.
Oh, nice.
Because it was initially only a 3-month project from November to January. And now it's been extended, so things are going well.
Where are you guys based? Where's your camp?
At Juma.
At Juma?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got traversing on Juma and Arathusa.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Yeah. Cool, but I must make tracks around. Nice to meet you. And how long are you here for?
Oh, we're around on Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, until next time, take it easy.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. I think Texan City's on the road now, heading north. So, you're more than welcome to go ahead. Copy that, Tex. Well, I've just got a message from Texan that he's headed off the road now into quite a thick riverbed, so we are going to stay here for the last couple of minutes and enjoy the views of the Croc. And, oh, look who it is. It's the Kingfishers. And they're sitting on the same place where the female was with a fish that she wouldn't eat yesterday. Can you believe it?
Where's the Kingfishers?
Straight ahead of us. And then, yeah, if you just follow that fork up in that tree, yeah, spot on. To the right a little bit. There they are. Oh! What happened there? They both just took off. And I think it was because a water thickney flew up and chased them. Oh, you're joking. It does have a fish in its mouth. But surely not the same one. It looks like it's exactly the same one. I'm not even joking. It might not be, but that fish looks exactly the same size as the one that the female caught the other day. And I think that could be the male perch there, so maybe he's stolen the kill from her. Now, it's very highly unlikely that they've held on to this fish for so long. But we can speculate anyway, because we will never know the answer. And this is the male now with the kill. I'm fairly certain that's the male with the kill. And who knows? Maybe it's not the same one, maybe it is, but how interesting. Anyway, it's a conundrum that we will never solve. What I can tell you is that he's holding it in his mouth the wrong way around if he is planning on swallowing it. It needs to be head first, not tail first. Anyway, who would have thought we would have found the Kingfishers with a fish? Maybe it's not the same one, but at least we can speculate. But what a morning it's turned out to be, and a big thank you to Aubrey for following up on the tracks that we only found and didn't follow up on too closely. But that's how it is out here, and we all take turns in contributing towards the sightings. And it was this morning that Aubrey was the saviour, because he managed to fine-tune the tracks of Mvula and find him. And great that we got to see him. Quite a few brief sightings of him on the move, but good quality. And interesting to now know where he is, and hopefully that will help us in keeping tabs on him and finding him again. Sadly now he is heading kind of north and east. We are very close to our northeastern boundary, so not good prospects for him this afternoon, but maybe quarantine will be at Twin Dams waiting for us by this afternoon. Anyway, until then, thanks for following us. Thanks to VM on camera and to Nikki in Final Control. And both myself and Mark will be out this afternoon, and already looking forward to it.